What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to a new video. And today, I'm here with Dylan, as always.
Yep.
And we're going to be talking about the Milwaukee Brewers and their first month of the season. And we'll be discussing also our live reactions to the Dodgers game we went to May 1st. But first, before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment for future video ideas. And we're trying to make this channel grow. So, really, smash the like button, subscribe, all that. Anyways, so, the Milwaukee Brewers have basically been the best team in baseball with like 15 people on the IL, including Christian Yelich, Lorenzo Cain, Omar Narvaez,
Corbin Burns,
Corbin Burns,
multiple other guys, of course.
It's basically been terrible. Brett Anderson, I mean, this is not a big loss, but Josh Lindblom, yeah, just not a good sign. And we've been winning games without those guys. Like, it's been insane. Colton Wong was also out for a while, too. He was out for like a week and a half, if not 2 weeks. And then he came back and he just started to smash baseballs, and he's been on fire.
He's been really good.
Yeah, we've needed some guys to step up, and I'm glad to say guys have stepped up. The pitching has stepped up, except for today. The
For that Cubs game, yeah, we've been pretty good.
the bats have been alive for somewhat, and then yeah, we also got a situation at catcher, but we did fix that, I guess. So we DFA'd Jacob Nottingham like a week ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Then he was claimed off waivers from the Mariners. And then we literally traded for him back for cash. Because we have Omar Narvaez and Manny Pena on the injured list. So, the reason we DFA'd him is because, well, do you want to get into it, Dylan?
Oh, yeah. He had no minor league options, and, well, when you have Narvaez and Pena, you don't need a third catcher until one gets injured, and then you call someone else up. But he's out of options, so we had to designate him for assignment, and hopefully that he didn't get taken, but he did.
We're probably going to have to do the same thing when they come back. And then when they clear waivers, they can go down, right? I think that's how it works.
Yep. Or something like that.
Oh, yeah, because that's what happened with Hernan Perez when we did that. Then he was optioned to AAA.
Yep.
So, yeah. So we've had a lot of good bats come up to the plate and carry this offense. But you might be saying, well, you got Jacob Nottingham. Who's your other catcher? Well, we got Luke Maile. And then also that top 5 prospect that I forgot the name already.
Mario Feliciano.
Yeah, Mario Feliciano, who's like our 5th prospect in our Brewers organization.
I know he went down AAA now.
Yeah, because
got Nottingham back.
But I'll say, he definitely had a clutch at bat in his debut, though. Like, he had a really clutch at bat in his debut. He got walked, and then that walk eventually made it the bases loaded, and then we scored runs and walked it off. But we'll get into that later. But, yeah, our pitching has been dominant. Brandon Woodruff, of course. Burns is injured, but before that, he was doing elite.
Yeah.
Hauser's not bad. Peralta is not that bad. Brett Anderson, though, is meh, but he's injured. Eric Yardley's injured. Lindblom's injured. Zach Godley's even injured. Topa's injured. Matthias, Peterson, Narvaez, Pena, Yelich, Kane, Derek Fisher. Yeah, Bobby Wall, Tim Lopez. Yeah, it's not good at all. Dylan File now, even.
Yeah.
Like, what else can happen? And then, yeah. So you might be wondering, well, then how the hell are you guys winning? Well, Colton Wong's back. He's been crushing baseballs like crazy. Travis Shaw, Luis Arias, Tyrone Taylor's been like our best hitter in April.
Bill.
Jackie Bradley Jr. has been okay. Not the greatest stats in the world, but it's early.
Guys stepping up doing their job, and that's why we're winning.
Then you got to look at our pitching. Woodruff has been spot on. Our starters, and then also Eric Lauer. He's been great against the Dodgers in his career. He had a really great outing against the Dodgers. Josh Hader has been Josh Hader, of course. Brad Boxberger was a great addition to the bullpen. He's been amazing. JP Fireisen has been amazing. He's been really good. He hasn't given up an earned run at all. Knock on wood. Good thing I'm at a wooden table right now. Even Patrick Weigel, like one of the pitchers we got back in the Orlando Arcia deal, in his 2 appearances, he's not giving up an earned run. Now, obviously, these games are probably like throwaway games. Yeah, they are throwaway games, but that's still good. If he could potentially be a part of a bullpen in the future, or I don't know.
Ron Sears turned it around more recently. Devin Williams has as well.
Definitely still think, yeah, I agree with you on that. Definitely still think, though, we should probably get another bullpen arm. Like, I don't know who, Jeremy Jeffers. I think we should sign.
I'd be alright bringing him back on a minor league deal.
Yeah. It's so bad that we've had to call up Pablo Reyes from the minors. But we definitely should option Keston Hiura right now because he is terrible. I don't know what happened. Maybe confidence. Maybe it might be confidence. He needs a confidence booster right now because his bat is so bad that every time you come to the plate and every time let's say the bases are loaded, 2 outs, and the next batter you hear Keston Hiura, we're all like, oh great, easy out. He's yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
He needs to go to the minors. We did it with Burns. We did it with Knable. We got to do it with Keston.
Yeah, probably the only good game he's had is April 24th against the Cubs when he had a 3-hit game. But that's been about it. He was on.
Other than that game against the Cardinals too, where he had a 3-bomb.
I mean, he did have 3 hits in the. He did have at least 1 hit in the Marlins series every game, but that's not even. He's still terrible. He's got a 152 average, a 259 on base percentage, and a 280 slugging. I'm about to throw up. Those are garbage numbers, by the way.
Yes.
And
he just go to the minor leagues. That's bottom line. And we did Corbin in 2019. He all of a sudden became great again. We did Knable in 2018. He became one of the best arms in the bullpen in all baseball. You got to send Keston down, and hopefully he can develop his game back up.
Yeah. And another thing is Craig Counsell's let's put him in the lineup and hope he figures it out strategy is not it when you're trying to win baseball games. Maybe if we're rebuilding, I wouldn't mind it. Let's say if this was 2016, 2015, somewhere around there, if Keston was doing bad, I would be like, okay, we can afford to give him reps because we're a rebuilding team. We're trying to get good prospects. We're trying to develop players, and maybe
Hopefully they can end in a few years.
yeah. Back then I wouldn't have minded, but right now we're trying to win the World Series. We're trying to be competitive in this league, and Keston isn't it. I don't know what happened because in 2019 he was pretty good. He in 84 games he had a 303 average, 368 on base, a 570 slugging. He had also 19 home runs. He did strike out a lot, but he was pretty good. He had 23 doubles, 49 RBIs, 95 hits. He was pretty good.
He looked very promising.
Then in 2020, like everyone else did in the league, he fell off. 212 average, 297 on base, a 410 slugging. Only had 13 homers and 4 doubles, 32 RBIs. Yeah, this season he only has 1 home run, 1 triple, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs, 12 hits. Yeah, it's 12 hits on 75 at bats is not cutting it right now.
Yeah, he needs to get sent down, bottom line.
But then Luis Arias, dude, has been on fire. He's a guy that, people were like, oh, well, he's not going to turn into anything. You guys lost the trade of when we sent Grisham and Davies to San Diego for Luis Arias and Eric Lauer. He's making it look like right now we won the trade, or at least it was a win-win for both teams. Obviously, Davies isn't in San Diego anymore.
Stuck it up in Chicago now with the Cubs.
But yeah, Arias is hitting right now a 232 average, 358 on base, 424 slugging, 3 home runs. We saw one live. He's been on fire. He's had 2 2-hit games. He's had multiple RBI games. He's been on fire, and I love it. He's been one of the bats that's had to carry us through this season.
His defense is good, too.
I forgot to mention Billy McKinney. Billy McKinney's been pretty decent. I mean, yeah, he's been really good. He was a guy who was just going to be a spring training invitee and be just a competition and then probably get DFA'd or sent down to the minors. But he's been really good, and he was really good in spring training, which made it really difficult. A good problem to have is when you got a deep roster and you don't know what to do. That's a good problem because that means guys are competing. So definitely, this team is really, really deep.
Yeah, my only problem is they need to find a first baseman because I'm sorry, but Vogelback's not cutting it right now either.
Yeah.
That's our black hole in our lineup right now.
I think we should trade Eversel Garcia for a first baseman. That's just my opinion. I think Garcia is expendable. Now, the past 2 games, he does have 4 hits. He's not been great this season at all. He's just not it. And we have plenty of outfield depth. You got Billy McKinney, Tyrone Taylor. Obviously, when Yelich and King come back, they're starting. Jackie Bradley Jr. Yeah.
Corey Ray.
Corey Ray you can call up too. Yeah, we got a lot of depth at outfield, and Garcia could be traded for a first baseman. Now, is this going to happen? No. David Stearns is probably just going to keep him for the year, let him walk into free agency, and we lose him for nothing. But that's my probably most expendable player right now. Unless you wanted to really trade someone else, like maybe I don't even know Daniel Robertson. I hope. God, he's terrible.
He's injured too, actually, on the injured list.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
But that's kind of whatever. I'm kind of glad. Nothing against him, but he just isn't that good.
Yeah. Were we gonna talk about something else?
Well, we were mentioning our most expendable players.
Yeah.
And I said space is a huge black hole for us right now. If Keston was playing like 2019, then it wouldn't be a problem, but it is. And if Vogelback doesn't turn it around, and yeah, we're going to need to find someone there.
Yeah, Vogelback was a guy that came in 2020 and was like our best bat. In 19 games, he had a 328 average, a 418 on base, and a 569 slugging. He had 4 home runs, 2 doubles, 12 RBIs, 19 hits. He was amazing last year. And this was even after in 2020, in 18 games with the Mariners, he had a .094 average, a 250 on base, and a 226 slugging. And when we picked him up, I'm like, oh God, we're gonna get that. And then he actually played for Toronto for 2 games as well, but he had no average. He had a 200 on base, and that was it.
Yeah, and we took him, and he was actually good. I was like, okay, if he plays like that in 2021, then we're pretty good at first base, but he's been nothing like that.
Yeah, he's hitting
one good game.
He's hitting 173 with a 259 on base, a 308 slugging. Yeah, the 2 home runs are in the same game, and we lost that game too.
That's the one game he did good. And otherwise, he's been just garbage, unfortunately, because I actually like him too.
We're definitely gonna have to find a hole or definitely have to fill the first base hole
if he keeps struggling. I'd give him some more time yet, but he's definitely gonna need to figure it out soon, though.
Yeah, and then I guess we could talk about the Dodgers series. We go in and we take 3 or 4 from Dodgers. That's pretty good. Like, we've been beating good teams with this roster. Like, we swept the Padres. We took 3 or 4 from the defending champions, and we were at that game Saturday night.
That was awesome.
I guess we can go a little play-by-play of our reactions. So there was a lot of times during that game where the Brewers could have obviously won it earlier. And, yeah, first pitch of the game. Before the first pitch even started, I said, oh, Mookie Betts is up. Get ready to catch a bomb. First pitch, homer. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It worked. And it helped my fantasy team, but, yeah, at first I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then Luis Arias a solo bomb, and then they scored again off a Turner single, or no, Corey Seager triple. Then Shaw homered, and then we didn't have a score until the 10th inning. And then when Justin Turner hit an RBI single, I'm like, oh great, we might be done here, folks. But then Luis Arias, with a sacrificed fly, tied the game in the bottom of the 10th inning, and we're like, okay, we have life. Then we had the life sucked out of us in the top of the 11th when Will Smith tripled and A.J. Pollock and Barnes scored. I had my head down. I'm like, motherfucker, dude.
A lot of Dodger fans was kind of strong. You know, it's too well, maybe not a lot, but
There's
decent amount.
yeah, and
Chanting
then
and everything. And I was like, oh god.
when that happened, I was like, it's over. I was like, Dylan, do you want to go home?
I would have said no. It's like, no, we're staying to the end.
And boy, are we glad we did, because Colton Wong hit a sacrifice in the bottom of the 11th, and then Avisel Garcia singled, and then Travis Shaw hit the game-winning single to end it, and then the pitch before that, he actually hit it in the same area, but fouled it, and I'm like, oh, that would have done it too. Next pitch, yeah, yeah.
We were going crazy. All the Dodger fans were shut up, and then you just watch them walking off. Oh my god, that was awesome.
It was so bad that we lost our voices and had to go to Quick Trip to get water
Yeah.
and some cheesy breadsticks. Those are always nice. This video is not sponsored. But yeah.
That was an awesome game. Though. I'm glad. It was my birthday too, so that was awesome.
Happy birthday. happy.
They did that on my birthday. That was a perfect birthday present.
Yeah, I would say, because Hader he actually pitched 3 games in a row during this Dodger series, and I'm like, Craig Counsell is treating this like a playoff series, and I love it, because when you want to beat like a top team, huh?
Wish you would have did that more in 2018.
I know, but I'm saying for now, like Council is actually treating this like a playoff series, and when you want to beat a top tier team in the regular season, that's a good move. But yeah, I kind of wish that happened in 2018. And but anyway, we have the potential to rock the world. Watch out. But I think that'll be it for tonight's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you next time. Peace.